Hello and welcome back to the Greek Pyramid. Today is day 11 of the 12 Days of Christmas videos, so the penultimate video. And I thought in the Christmas spirit we could take a look at some of the Percy Jackson hot takes that exist, mostly in the Camp Half-Blood Reddit that I've scoured for some interesting ones. So let's get straight into it. First up is, I feel like if Rick really wanted to cement Jasper, so Jason and Piper, as a good relationship, he should have sent them to Tartarus instead. Percy getting sent to Tartarus reinforced their already amazing relationship. But Jasper has never been put to the test in a similar fashion. There wasn't much you and me against the world kind of scenes between them. It would have given Piper her moment to shine and show her growth, but most importantly we could see Jason's Roman side come out, as that discipline and mentality the Romans have could have been the only way they could have survived. Percy in Tartarus is one of the best arcs in all of Heroes of Olympus, in all the Riordanverse, but I feel like Jasper in Tartarus could have matched it if done correctly. That is a really interesting one. I really like the idea of, you get to really see Jason becoming his really military-esque side. Not that he's got a cohort to lead down there unless he finds a random legion down there which he can lead. But I see the idea. It's quite an interesting one. I mean, obviously with spoilers for later on, Jason and Piper split up because they're kind of forced together in the beginning of the Heroes of Olympus series. Percy isn't the best couple in the series. The true GOAT is Sally and Paul. Kind of a joke, kind of not. Percy is obviously great, but Sally and Paul are extremely underrated. That's right, I'm glad Sally gets a lovely ending. I'm not sure you can call them the true GOAT, because we don't see them enough, I don't think, to truly be able to comment on every aspect of their relationship. But it's definitely a good couple. Rick shouldn't have made Poseidon so nice. In myths, he gives Zeus a run for his money by how cruel he is. That's true, I mean, most of the gods are pretty nasty pieces of work. I just don't think if we made Poseidon really cruel, we wouldn't have seen as much as to why Percy's still kind of fighting for the gods in the first series. Although I suppose that could have given Percy slightly more conflict over what is right to do. But we wouldn't be rooting for Poseidon if he was incredibly cruel towards Percy or towards anybody else. Rachel wasn't that bad and shouldn't have been so antagonized. I didn't even realize there was particularly big Rachel hate or dislike until I started to take a look at the some hot takes for this video. In all fairness, I did find that there was a lot of people, huge numbers of people were saying Rachel isn't that bad, so I'm not sure how much of a hot take it is if everyone's kind of agreed she was alright. Rachel was just kind of doing her thing. She was just flirting with a boy that she liked. It's not like she knew there was this giant shipping of Percy and Annabeth. And actually, I really like Rachel as a character, so I'm a big Rachel fan. This person, Ruts2020, did quite a few different hot takes. I'm going to just focus on one or two of them I think are particularly good. The most important one being where they say, Bast, Tarawet, and Bez are my favourite gods, no questions asked. And I completely agree. If you haven't read the Kane Chronicles, I would strongly recommend. I mean, I've made my second video on this channel was about Kane Chronicles being underrated. And honestly, those three gods are levels above any other god in the series. Partially because they're interacting with them a lot more and kind of are secondary characters or companion characters to the main two. But the way they end up actually caring for Carter and Sadie throughout the books, it's unparalleled compared to the other gods. They do then go on to say they hate Set as a villain so much, and that one I do disagree with. I love Set as a villain. Set basically makes the first book what it is. Final one we have today then is from the same person saying Will and Nico are not Endgame. This was done 2 years ago, obviously prior to The Sun and the Star being announced, I believe. So I doubt we'll see them not be Endgame after having walked through Tartarus together. That kind of stuff will bond you for a long time. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what your Percy Jackson hot take is, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.